What's up, losers? Today I've picked out a few more posts from r/fatlogic that I found funny or interesting to read and react to. This is episode 39, which is pretty cool. That number just keeps getting bigger day by day, haha. But anyway, I won't keep you in suspense any longer. Let's get into these posts.
I feel super crummy, both from my sister making conventionally healthy choices for dinner, and a stupid tweet of people feeling sorry for themselves for getting pushback about posting diet crap. Yes, lady, you are a bad feminist, and uphold the patriarchy when you diet. I do not believe for 1 minute you do a particular diet because it brings great joy in your life.
Okay, so, as you may have gathered, I am not a woman, and I am far from an authority on what qualifies as good or bad feminism, but I'm not going to let that stop me from wading into the discourse and giving you my 2 cents on this post. If I get something wrong, miss something important out, or you just think I should stay in my patriarchal lane, feel free to roast me in the comments, haha. I will try not to take it personally. With that out of the way, the so-called feminism that this post is describing seems pretty backwards to me. Like, how is it feminist to attack other women for trying to make healthy diet choices? Not only are you discouraging them from pursuing long-term health and well-being, you are also depriving them of their agency by assuming that they're incapable of thinking or deciding anything for themselves, and that they are only doing what they do to appease men. The problem here, as I see it, is that the woman who wrote the post is refusing to engage with perspectives other than her own, and insisting that everyone secretly feels the same way that she does. They just refuse to admit it. She doesn't find any enjoyment of fulfillment in dieting, so she assumes that women who do diet don't enjoy it either. They just do it to objectify themselves for the pleasure of men, when in reality, women probably diet for a whole host of different reasons that you, as an outside observer, have no way of knowing. And many of these reasons have nothing to do with catering to male preferences. The irony of this is that by attempting to call out bad feminists, the post actually paints the majority of women who want to be fit and healthy as one-dimensional airheads trying to catch the attention of men, which seems like bad feminism to me. But what would I know? As a final note, what exactly is this person's ideal vision of a more feminist society? One where women are all just fat, unfit, and likely to die earlier, and where they don't even try to do anything about it. I'm struggling to understand what alternative is being offered here that would somehow improve the conditions of women. But yeah, anyway, those are my thoughts. On to the next post.
Redacted talks a lot about acceptable weight gain/loss in her latest video. So interesting how the message underlying gaining weight for strength is that only weight gain in certain areas, e.g. your bum, is celebrated as healthy, whereas inevitable growth other areas, e.g. your lower belly, is not. Although I am a huge proponent of strength training, it is so problematic that this message only perpetuates more unrealistic body standards for women. No, but honestly, I really feel that, because so many influencers talk about how strength training improved their relationship with food and their body, but I, for example, hate lifting heavy, and, realistically, if I were to gain weight, it would most likely be fat, and not muscle mass, which is okay, but they make it sound like that the only acceptable way to gain weight is in form of muscle.
Wow, there's a lot to unpack here. I guess I'll try to go through it point by point. First of all, while basically all muscle gain from weightlifting will be accompanied by some gain in fat, it's hardly surprising that some parts of the body are going to be more welcome sites for mass gain than others. Comparing the belly and the bum is actually a good example in this regard, because getting a bigger bum through going to the gym will involve putting on both muscle and fat, and it will improve your strength and athletic performance. whereas weight being put on around the belly is just fat, and it will only make your athletic performance worse in most cases. While one doesn't need to have big muscles or a bodybuilder physique to be healthy, putting on a bit of muscle is generally expected to support your long-term mobility and fitness, whereas putting on belly fat doesn't provide any physical benefits, unless you were severely underweight to begin with. And if you put on too much belly fat, you will become obese, and this will only worsen your health. So yeah, I don't really understand why this post is suggesting that excess belly fat should be celebrated as healthy, when it isn't. Haha. As for the point about unrealistic standards for women, I'm going to have to disagree again. Unless the women in question are using performance-enhancing drugs or cosmetic surgery or something to artificially progress beyond what an ordinary woman could achieve, I don't see how the standards they're promoting are unrealistic. If they're willing to work hard for something, it's only fair that they get to reap the rewards of that hard work. Isn't it? Complaining that they are setting unrealistic standards because you don't want to put in the work to achieve similar results is just shifting responsibility for your own feelings of inferiority. As far as I can see, you've got two options: train harder in order to achieve a more impressive physique, or accept that your priorities lie elsewhere, and that you will just have to live with the body you have. I don't think that one of these options is better than the other. For what it's worth, I don't go to the gym anymore, because there are other things I'd rather do with my time. But I'm not going to get mad at guys with big muscles for making me look bad. Because if it really mattered that much to me, I could go out and get a better physique myself, expecting to have everything handed to you, or that everyone else will alter the goals to accommodate your feelings, is just selfish and childish, if you ask me. As for the part about strength training being a way of improving one's relationship with food, I think that the reason people feel this way is because it reframes weight gain as something that is positive and productive. Growing stronger, seeing your muscles come out more, and watching your lifts go up, give people a healthy feeling of progression that can guide them towards developing and maintaining a healthy diet, in a way that dieting to become or stay thin cannot. The poster asks why gaining weight in the form of fat is not looked upon in the same way. But I don't really understand why they would expect it to be. Because getting fatter, without putting on any muscle, doesn't bring any of the advantages that bulking up does. You won't become stronger or be able to lift more. You will be less mobile. Your muscles will be less defined. And most people will like the way they look less. And that's not even going into the health problems that will pop up if the weight gain is sustained over a long period. Overall, I just find this post confusing. Like, who actually goes to the gym with the goal of getting fatter? Nobody, right? Like, who is the audience for this kind of content? I'm seriously at a loss. Sighs. Sometimes I feel like reading these posts is breaking my brain.
Calling me fat is not an insult. I'm sorry my mom bought groceries, and not crack.
Haha, I don't really have anything to say about this one. I just thought it was weird and funny. Especially since it's on a t-shirt. Like seriously, who would wear a shirt like that? What is wrong with society SMH? Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. I struggled to organize my thoughts a bit today. And I know I rambled on a bit responding to that second post. But I hope you were able to get something out of the video regardless. What do you think? Is dieting upholding the patriarchy? Does it make sense to go to the gym to put on fat? Is it better to buy your kids groceries or crack? Let me know in the comments. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, or I'll force you to make me a sandwich. Just kidding, haha. Anyway, catch you later.